up YouTube? So today's video is going to be on how to cut your own hair at home. As you can see, my hair is getting pretty long and out of wild. I was thinking about growing it out, but as summer's coming along, it's getting hot outside, so I want to go back to a short look. So I'm going to be walking you guys through on how to cut your own hair at home, whether your wife is cutting your hair or you're cutting your kids or you are just cutting your own hair. Hopefully these tips will help you achieve that look. The thing I'm going to do with my hair, I'm going to cut the back. Since you guys aren't really, probably great with scissors and things like that, I'm going to try to keep it as basic as possible. So the back we're going to cut probably with a number 8 guard. A number 8 guard is about an inch length, so it's about the length of that. So that's about an inch. So I'm going to cut back with the 8 guard just to keep it simple. And then just some simple scissor work on the top just to show you guys. And then we're just going to go ahead and fade the side down. So I hope you guys learned something, and let's get on to the video. Alright, so I'm going to be using a 360 mirror to help and assist me throughout this self-cut. If you don't have a 360 mirror, just use a big mirror in front of you and then a handheld mirror just to look at the back. But this does make it a little bit more simpler. Also, if you guys do want to purchase your own, I'll have the link down below for you guys. If you guys don't have a cape, make sure you use a cape so you don't get hair all over you. But if you don't have a cape, go ahead and just wrap a towel around you. Start off by cleaning your clippers. So first you want to go ahead and just comb out your hair into the direction that you'll be styling it. So since my hair is going to be styled forward, I'm going to go ahead and comb everything forward. But if you were doing a comb over, something like that, I'll comb the hair in the direction that you're going to be styling it or cutting the hair. First step, we're going to go ahead and take away all the bulk. So I'm going to start with the number 8 guard. So this is the number 8 guard, about an inch length. Put that on top, and then time to cut. So next, I got all the sides down to a number 8. I'm gonna go ahead and work on the back here and do this all number 8. So it's all even from the back to about where my crown and the apex, the top of my head is, okay? I'm gonna do an 8 open, just so it's a little bit longer. So pretty much close is closer. The blades are closer together, so it's gonna be cutting shorter. All the way open is a little bit longer. If you have an 8 on and it's closed, that's 8 closed, that's a true 8. And then 8 open is the 8.5. Alright. And then you could always push your hair up just to see any uneven. So I can see that this part's all still long. So that's a good way to test it. Push the hair up in different directions so that you can see what's actually long and what's short. So now that back's all good, now we're gonna move on to the front. After cutting the back shorter, I kind of like the front length. I like kind of like this wavy, proppy look. So actually, I think I'm gonna end up keeping the front to be Whew. Alright, so before we begin the fade, I'm going to do a debulking where pretty much I'm going to go ahead and cut the sides down to a short enough length where it's still dark but it's not too dark, not too long, and where it'll be easier for me to set my ball guideline in. Because when the sides are too long and you try putting the ball guideline in, it's going to be a little bit more difficult on yourself. So that's what I'm going to do first. But if you don't want to do bald, say you want to do a number 1 just so it's clean, wherever I put the ball guideline, do with the number 1. And then as I go up steps, so let's say I go from a 0 to a 1, you would just go from a 1 to a 2, and then follow those same steps. All right, so I'm starting with the number 3 guard, and we're gonna keep the lever open, so it's a little bit longer, right? And we're pretty much gonna go up until about this area, and just come off the head. So we're not gonna be digging in, you're gonna be going up and out, off the head, right? So we have 3 guard open. Go ahead and comb through everything, make sure. Just check. Okay. Alright guys, now for the fun part. We're gonna start the ball guideline. So I'm doing a 0 fade, so I'm gonna start with a clipper. Most of you guys probably, I'm sure you have a clipper because that's how you gotta cut the hair. If you don't have a trimmer, that's fine. I'm going to be using a trimmer, but I'll go right under that with a trimmer. I'll show you guys. But if you don't and you just have a clipper, go ahead and use your clipper. to make that first guideline. But if you were doing say a one fade, just go ahead and put that one guard on there, and then go ahead and start doing like a low fade, just to give myself enough room so I have more room for error. So I'm gonna start from right here. I'm just gonna slowly drop it, go right there, and come up, all right? Oh, this is harder than I thought. Maybe I should just do a taper. So we'll do a taper. Good. This is my first time fading my hair too, so bear with me. Alright, look forward, make sure they're symmetrical. There you go, that's the first step. Alright, next step is take your lever, open it all the way up, just like that. So if you had the number 1 on here, go ahead and open up the number 1 all the way. And we're gonna make another guideline, right? About a finger width, about that much, okay? We're gonna follow that all the way around. And I know I messed up on the back, but I'm not trying to go any higher, so when I make this next guideline, I'll kind of just fade that part out. And honestly, when you're going around this back area, it's really hard to kind of see, so you kind of have to just trust yourself and keep that same fluid motion and go until you hit about the middle, and then flip to the other side. Okay, go ahead and dust everything off so you can kind of see what you're working with. And this is pretty much how it should look after that first step, okay? Just like that. So if you did the one right here, that would have your one open would be that guideline right here. But since I did bald, I did 0 and then half. And then you did 1 or 1.5 or 2, 2.5, however you wanted to start. whatever the shortest length you want, you're just moving up a half length open, which is the lever all the way open, right? So that's that. All right, so next I'm grabbing my one guard and we're gonna do that open as well, completely open. So that's closed, completely open. So if you did a 1, your next guard would be a 2 open, all right? And we're gonna follow the same step. We're gonna go up at about same width of a finger with the one guard. And like I said, we're flicking up and out. So we're going off the head and out, and we're not going in. Because I'm trying to maintain a square shape. If I go in, then my head's gonna round and it's gonna look funny. Alright. So, this is definitely going to be the better side than this side. Okay, clean yourself off again so we can see what we're working with. So this is pretty much how it should look now. Okay, so we have our ball guideline, which we did right here, dropped it down. Then we have our half, and we have our 1 open, okay? So if you were doing 1, you would have your 1 guideline right here, your 1 open right here, and then your 2 open right here, okay? So next, we're gonna blend this 1 open into this long hair. So we did a number 8 all around here. So we're gonna go ahead and slowly blend into that. And then we did a 3 actually too as well. So we did a 3 right here, so I'm gonna go ahead and grab the 3 again and try to blend into that 1. And actually I'm gonna grab a 2 guard for me, and I'm gonna blend that into that 3 that we did. Next guard, we're gonna start with a 2 open, and then we're gonna slowly close it, right? And we're just gonna do the same thing off the head. Also, if you guys do wanna stay tuned until the end, I'm gonna go ahead and clean up my beard. I'm not gonna be lining up the top because I'm letting it grow as natural as possible, but I'll show you guys how to blend into the beard and line the bottom up if you guys want to stay tuned until the end, alright? So now, let's go ahead and start off with this 2 open. Now I'm going to close it. Not too bad. This side, 2 guard, open. Alright, so after you went around with the 2 open to close, this is how it should look so far. It's not perfect, but it definitely is progress. Pretty much got the easy part out of the way, you know, that was the easy part. No, I'm just like joking, but that was more of the easy part. Now we're gonna go ahead and start blending. So we're gonna start blending, you know, this last part out. So now we got our ball guideline that we need to take out, and then our 1 guard open. So in order to do that, we're gonna go ahead and grab our 0 guard, start open. We're gonna start completely open, halfway, closed. Okay, so all the way open, halfway, closed. And this time, I mean, it's kind of tough when it's on yourself, but try to use more corner. So try using one side of the blade. So if you're going this way, try leading more with the corner of the blade. You know, probably about half of the blade, pretty much. Use all that and really pick out. Don't try making a new line, and just really try to work on blending and have it go from a smooth transition, okay? Halfway. All the way closed. People usually have a really difficult time on fading my hair, so I don't know why I've tried to attempt fading my hair, but I don't think it's looking too bad. I know back here I need to work, but I have a lot of divots in my head right here, which makes it really difficult. And sometimes one side of your head will fade a lot easier than the other. Like this side, I feel like faded a lot easier than this side. This side you could really see the guidelines because the hair is probably more dense or how we were created. Halfway. All the way closed now. Working this side out. Alright, not looking too bad. We're making progress now. It's not perfect, but pretty much now all we have left is this bottom ball line, and we're gonna do the same steps that we did with that zero guard. Same steps. So start well, since we already made our guideline with it completely open, we're gonna start with it about halfway open, and then a little bit more, and then all the way closed. All right, so 3 steps. So we already had all the way open initially from the beginning. So about 3/4 of the way, halfway, and then all the way closed. All right. Usually when you're going to like stubble like this, it's better to use a brush to get everything off. Now you can just move it up and down depending on the length and how much you want to take off. So I'm gonna start just halfway open and work right here. If you guys have learned something, go ahead and make sure to subscribe and like the video. It really helps the channel grow. And appreciate anyone who's new and been subscribed. All right, so same thing over here. So same thing, 3/4. If you stick to these steps and stay as consistent as you could tell in the beginning, my guidelines were very consistent. You could see them. Yeah, maybe they weren't as perfect because like I'm doing it on myself, but if you're doing it on someone, if you stay consistent, your fade will come out clean. You know, it might not be the blurriest fade, but it'll definitely be a nice enough fade to get by through this time. And you can see my guidelines weren't as perfect, but they were still pretty close to being perfect for on yourself. And the fade is still coming out pretty decent. Can't really tell, but hopefully it looks good. Alright, now we pretty much got to fade out this back part right here. And then I'm going to move on to the beard, get the beard out of the way real quick, show you guys that, do some final touch-ups, and then I'm going to go ahead and hop in the shower, style up the hair, and show you guys the final product. Alright guys, I'm going to move on to the beard real quick. So I'm going to make my sideburns, bulb it out right middle of my earlobe. You don't have to do this, but I just like extra bald, so I'm going to go ahead and bulb out right here real quick. Quick little beard trick. If you go ahead and flip your trimmer upside down and skid, you'll slowly start to fade out that line. So we're going to take our one guard open, and go about bottom of the earlobe. Fade up. Close all the way. So grab your zero guard. And now we're going to line up the back. Mustache area, just comb it down and just line up right above the lip. You don't want to go too high, just clean up, you know, the excess so you don't bite on your mustache. Or if you want to like give yourself a little grin like that, it'll have the hairs hang over and you just cut those. Now why I say to grin is because sometimes when you're just at your normal state of facial expression and you line it up, but then you go to smile, hairs will still hang over. So doing a little grin helps be, you know, it's a little sweet spot in between, so you don't go too high, but also when you do that smile, the hairs aren't hanging over. It's a little tip. Now I'm growing out my beard, so I'm just gonna kind of go with the same line that I have. I'm letting this all grow out because I want a more fuller beard. So So I'm just gonna clean up the neck. So it's good to start from the middle and then go outwards. My camera died, so I don't know where it died at, but the beards started with, you know, just kind of went downwards to break that line, and then did a 2 from the bottom of the earlobe up, 1 guard open, a little bit above that up, closed that, so 1 closed up, and then the 0 guard open to close, and then just fade out whatever else lines there were. Now I'm gonna line up the bottom, the top, leave that natural, and then the beard, keep the beard like that. Just letting it grow. So that was pretty much the fade process. I'm gonna go ahead and just check it real quick, see how everything looks. I know I still need some work and stuff, but I'm gonna hop in the shower, get cleaned up, and then show you guys the after results. All right, guys. So I just took a shower, styled it up a little bit, and that's the finished look. Hope you guys learned something new. That's the fade. This is how it looks all around. Don't be too hard of a critic on me, please. My hair is hard to fade. Usually barbers always complain about how hard it is to fade my hair. Plus, this is my first time actually giving myself a full fade all around the head, so it was challenging. It's not really hard to do the fade if you follow the techniques. The only hard part is like getting comfortable with like your arm positioning and looking in the mirror. But I highly recommend, you know, if you're on the left side, use your left hand. It's a lot easier than doing it with your right hand, because then you kind of get confused. But hope you guys enjoyed that video. Hope you guys learned something new. Make sure to follow those techniques if you're ever cutting, you know, your son, or you're cutting your husband's hair, or you're cutting your own hair. Follow those steps. Should make it very simple. Just subscribe, like. I got a lot of content coming. I'm trying to grow the channel as much as I can. Give as much information, as much help as I can to you guys. So make sure to like, comment. Let's get engaged down below. That's the video. That's how you cut your own hair at home during this whole quarantine time. But hopefully shops open up soon. But stay safe, and hope you guys enjoy that video, right? Catch you guys on the next one.